live today here, but I am super grateful. I am super grateful that I can stand before the universe, but more importantly, I can stand before God because God knows my sin. God knows what I do wrong. God knows what I do right. A lot of people right now, a lot of people are struggling. There's a lot of men, there's a lot of women, and really they're beating up them, they're beating up, they are beating up themselves because stop, you can't stop the voices. There was a Marine salute across the way. Apparently there was a Marine funeral today here. I should have probably went. Anyways, I thought I heard a series of shots. I can see you on the other side. I'm not sure who it is. Here to support you, bro. You're an inspiration. Well, thank you for that. You motivate me also. The reason why I'm going live right now is because I was getting some comments, and I figured it'd probably be good for me to go live when I start getting comments as much as possible to support you on the other side. Listen, stopping gambling, stopping the gamble it's really the challenge, and the difficulty is the voice that you're hearing inside of your head and the feelings that you're getting. And the feelings and the voices, the commands that are going on inside of you. That's what the battle really is all about. And the battle can get so difficult that you give in. You give in. One thing I'm going to say is, well, you gave in to gambling and you lost some money. Okay, that's not a happy feeling for you. Just, you can't beat yourself down. You see, what happens is when you go lose money, you kick yourself in the rear end. And that's definitely not going to help your situation, is it? But that's exactly what you do. But Santos, I lose money at the casino, or I lose money on the online gambling site, or Ladbrokes, whatever it is that you're doing, you lose money, and then immediately you go and you attack yourself. You beat yourself down. Of course, I always say, if you're going to beat yourself up. So the struggle, listen, you may not want to stop gambling. The struggle is that you want to get control of your life. This world is, what's this world doing to you? We think we see what we see, and we believe, we look around us at this world and we see all kinds of people, and we see experiences and lots of money and no money, and we sin and death and life. Are we really understanding? Are you understanding what's really going on is the question. Are you understanding what is really going on? So we fall into the trap and we go do something. Well, I understand about falling into the trap because I was in the trap for a long time. And I was a bad gambler. You see. I was a bad gambler. And I made many horrible mistakes. I lost a lot of my life, a lot of my time. But here's the important thing. It's really cold I'm freezing and the train is running in the background there. I was just visiting my dad's memorial. I come out here, I visit my dad's memorial, and I get a perspective here. I come here and I get a perspective here. This place really, uh, it, I mean, truth be told, right? How much, how much truth can you find in a place like this when you come here to meditate? You come here to visit your family. In fact, I was looking around and I realized a tombstone with my name on it. How strange is that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. But it's right behind me. You can see it. Anyhow, only God knows when I'm going to pass, right? Only God knows when we're going to perish. So we shouldn't fear death. I think what we ought to fear is what we're not conquering inside of ourselves. That's what we ought to fear. You talk about problems, you talk about headaches. What's the other one? What do they call it? Not arthritis. Yes, it is arthritis. They call it arthritis. They call it something else. That's what the concern is. When we get back to ourselves and recognize who you are and what you're capable of doing. I see City by the Bay. What's up? Let me see who else. Blaze Journey. Hey Santos, I'm listening. The daydream hangover of a night at the casino, wishing for different outcomes, fighting to stay. But what cost? Is it really worse than reality? Yeah, I hear you. Casinos are the worst. The voice in my head is the gamble that needs to stop. Exactly. Please, sir, how to put full stop on gambling for final time. Listen, one of the ways that you can begin is just by hanging out here with me on YouTube. Hang out with my videos. Maybe you don't see me in person. I'd love to meet you in person. Man, I'd love to see you and I'd like to pick your brain, see what's going on inside you. Really, just sit down with you, have a cup of coffee or whatever. But, maybe we can't do that. But I can tell you this much. Listen, I'm flesh and blood just like everybody else. I'll admit I was a bad gambler, and I didn't think that I would. The voice inside my head was very strong. It was a very strong voice, and it kept going for many years. But the reason why it kept going for many years was because I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't realize that I could become a strong person. I never realized that I could have a strong mind, because I was always weak-minded, and people would tell me weak things and I would pay attention to weak things, and I grew up in a weak environment, if that's understandable. When I realized a couple years ago, after losing probably millions of dollars and a lot of my time, I realized that what's important is I need to get my head correctly so that I can make it through the years that are left on this planet. Because if you don't have your head, you will be consumed by marketing, you will be consumed by food, by consumables, you will be consumed by the seduction, the seducing, the seducing of your emotional person. You will fall prey like an ant being stepped on by a human being. You will fall prey. And that's the important thing. It's not about the gamble. It's not about, you've lost money, and who knows, you might continue to gamble even after watching this live feed right here. You may do that. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to condemn you because you want to gamble. You might be struggling financially. You might be struggling with a bill. You might be struggling with your vehicle. You might be struggling with a family member that needs something. And all you know is, hey, I could probably put $25 or $100 into this thing. Eventually you fall further and further into a hole. It's an ugly hole. It's a dark hole. You begin to think weird. You begin to think weird things when you're inside that hole. So again, it's really about the mind. It's about getting a hold of who you are, getting a hold and realizing the superpower that lies within you. And most people don't even, well, come on, superpower, that's all in the comic Marvel heroes kind of stuff. No, 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 no. No, I don't agree with that. I believe that we all have a superpower deep down inside that has to be awakened in order for you to see the ability of your capacity as a human being, as a man or a woman. And then you'll begin to realize gambling, what is gambling? Gambling was just some kind of an adventure, a challenge, but it was a way to possibly earn some kind of income, money, right? Money, if you will. So I'm going to be ending here soon. I just want you to realize on the other side that you're not alone. I'm not going to condemn you. You want to gamble, you can gamble if you want to, but obviously you know the results of what you're doing. You know the results. I've gotten to a place where I recognize inside my head, and this is what I want to give to people. See, I didn't know. I didn't believe this. I didn't believe it was available. I didn't believe it was possible. I didn't believe. I did not believe. I did not believe. Somehow, God, in God's mercy, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But God, in His mercies, for some reason, He touched the hip. That's what the Bible talks about, Jacob wrestling with God in the Old Testament, and God touched his hip and he walked with a limp. I believe he walked with a limp. There was something about that wrestling with God, Jacob, and I feel like I've been hit in the hip. I don't deserve anything good. I didn't ask to be here on this planet. My mom and dad brought me into this world. They put a little piece of them into me, and here I am. And of course, it wasn't a good foundation. I don't think it was a good foundation for you either. Most of us have had a bad foundation. Most people have had a bad foundation. The childhood was just sprinkled with fear and uncertainty and stupidity. That's what and then again, there was a lot of, unfortunately, I went through physical abuse as a boy, and it wasn't good. It messed me up inside my head up until recently that I really recognized, wow, you gamble and you do all of these things. You can smoke, you can drink, you can do, it's just like a medicine. So gambling is like a medicine. It's like a medicine that you're using to comfort something that you haven't faced yet. For some reason, it's just not, it's too small. You haven't really seen it. But like me, I hit rock bottom in 2014. I was out in the street. I lost a job I'd been at for almost 11 years. I lost all the money that I had. I went through a property. I got rid of acres. I was making horrible decisions, stealing money. I was asking for money, getting loans. I wasn't paying the loans back. I had to repossess 2 vehicles. I went through 2 bankruptcies, and I ended up homeless twice. So, to me, I've learned a valuable lesson. At least I have. Not everyone's going to listen to me. I realize that, because you have to find it. And that's the real thing. You have to find it. I can share life hacks, mirror, you know, video therapy, physical therapy, mind projection, meditation, self-hypnosis, self-talk, mind-mouth power congruency. I can talk to you about all of these things, journaling. And there's one more in there, electronic affirmations. I don't talk a lot about that, electronic affirmations. That's a powerful change where you could change your mind doing that, electronic affirmations. If you're interested in learning that, you know, ask me at another time, we'll do that. So I'm gonna look at the comments. I know I'm kind of blinded out here because it's still sunny, but I thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm asking you, listen, 2024 is gonna go by very quickly. And you know this. You know this. 2025 is gonna be here in no time. Decide right now not to stop gambling. Decide not to quit gambling. I'm going to ban my... No. Decide to get stronger in your mindset. Make the decision and say, man, how can I become so strong in my mindset, so strong in my spirit that I know I'm going to be in charge of making decisions. Imagine having the power within yourself to stop and think before you make a decision. Imagine the ability to have the discipline within your own self at the moment's notice. When you're going to make a decision, you stop and think about it, and then you make a decision. So you know, okay, I'm going to make the decision. You know the consequences, right? You know the results. Well, I'm going to make the bad decision. I'm going to make the good decision because you're in control. See, when you're in control, you're going to begin making better decisions. When you're not in control, you make decisions that are not so good. They get you, right? It's like a trap. Ow! You get caught. Your foot gets caught in a trap. You stepped in it. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it's okay. Don't beat yourself down. Do not beat yourself down. Beat yourself up. Encourage yourself. And that would help. I believe that's going to help you because you're going to begin to realize what do you want, right? What do you want? You can have the dark side. Dark side. You can have the dark side, or you can at least begin moving towards the light. Yeah, it's a struggle. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. But so is the casino when you put your money down. That's a challenge too, right? You don't know whether you're going to win. At least that is uncertain. Yeah, casinos are the worst. And you can visit my channel. You can visit Soldiers of Self-Mastery. Exactly, healing. Jesse, once gambling becomes a problem, it's a problem, if that makes sense. And listen, I'm not an advocate to go gamble. You're going to do better if you don't quit gambling, right? If you don't want to quit gambling, right? And again, I'm not here. That's your sin. You want to do that sin, that's up to you. We all have our sins. But at least do this for yourself. Think about getting your mind stronger, because that'll make you smarter. That'll make you better. Who knows? You might walk into a casino and win a big jackpot. Now you've got the discipline to walk out of there. See, you don't have the discipline now. This is what's killing you. So again, I'm not advocating gambling, but you'll find is once you become more disciplined in your mindset and you walk into a casino and you walk out with a jackpot, you're going to find that you're probably not going to want to continue gambling. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is because you're not going to win all the time. You're not going to win all the time. You're going to lose more, a lot more, 99%. So as you get smarter, as you get stronger in the mind, you're going to begin to realize, wait a minute, this is not a good seed venture for me here. This is not a good seed venture for me. I think I could do something somewhere else better. And it may take a little bit more time to build, right? Fast money means it's gone fast. Or better yet, bartering tools, whether it's gold, whether it's some crypto that you might be smart with, or some other thing, you build it up over time. And that is what's going to last. But you build it up little by little over time. That's what's going to last. Yeah. Anyways, it is Friday, man. It's really cold out here in California. Whew, but, visit the, environment. I talk a lot about environment. I talk a lot about self-mastery. But environment is big. So when I come to this environment here, this environment has a way of really, really speaking to me. Not loud, but it has a way of, and it will humble. Must create your own environment. Right now, if you've been with me on this live feed, we've created an environment. And the goal of that environment was to get something out of it, right? To get something, for you to become stronger, for you to realize your superpower, unlock. Maybe this might be an extra code to open up that lock, right? You might be working on your combination lock, but you still haven't cracked all the codes. Maybe there's four codes, right? And you've got 2 of them, and you're working on your 3rd one. And one of these days you'll hit your 4th one, man, and you'll crack that code, and you'll bust that lock open, and you'll be able to change your mindset, the way you think about yourself, your spirit. Yeah, people are gonna look at you differently. It's all right. That's not what's important. What's important is how you will begin to see yourself. That's what we're talking about. To God be the glory, man. Yep. All right, my friends, thank you for hanging out. It looks like, who knows, are we still alive here? Yeah, we're still alive. And so, Jesse, thanks for hanging out, man. And we're going to be back on Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, podcast number 236. We are going to be, who knows, Jim and I have a few things that we want to talk about. We might be talking about the crypto market, because Jim and I are also in the crypto market. Is it a form of gambling? Well, you can think of it that way. It isn't if you are educated, because trading is also a job. Day trading is also a job. Unfortunately, even if you were to work a job, that's a form of gambling too, because I've worked for companies that went out of business and I didn't get paid, right? Or at least I had to wait to get paid. So is a job a gamble? Is a business a gamble? Yeah, but it's not like walking into a casino and putting a $100 bill into a slot machine. That is uncertainty, right? You may win. 99% you're not going to win. Yeah. Plus, I have the robots doing the work for me. Instead of me watching the screen, I have a bot. I have 3 robots that actually do the trades. They just go and do the trades. They go out and search the coins and little trades. $1, $2, $3. I mean, I've had some really good days, but unfortunately, I made a big mistake. I got rid of my profits because of ignorance. See, it wasn't a chance of gamble. I actually made $500 over a 3-week period, 3 weeks period. But when the market crashed a little bit ago, right, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it went red really bad. I panicked. Instead of letting the robots do exactly what they needed to do, I started taking my orders to market. So I lost all my profits, which I'm not ashamed to say. That's fine. At least I know that I can make profits, right, with the bots. So I earned almost $500, or close to $500 in profits. Probably a lot of that was about 400 maybe was total profit, because there's fees involved. But nevertheless, there is a way to make income and enjoy yourself by doing things righteously, instead of letting the casinos suck everything out of your pockets, like a high like one of those Kirby vacuum cleaners on steroids, man. It just sucks. The casinos will suck the money right out of your pocket, right? You've been there. You know what I'm talking about. I have felt it myself. It's like I had a check. I would carry money, several $1,000s in my wallet, and whenever I stepped in the casino, it was like that Kirby cleaner freaking turned on, man. It would suck me dry. It wouldn't leave me dry every time, but a lot of the times it would suck me dry. And that Kirby vacuum cleaner was it was a battle, man. It was a battle. All right. Yeah, when the Bitcoin goes up, all the altcoins go up as well. Yeah. Yeah. Have a super fresh. Yeah, thank you. Peace. Retiring this year to need be wise. Yeah, I'm going to be retiring. I'm actually working on my retirement also. I can no longer. So I'm building the business that I have, working to build that up, which has been like a turtle. It is. I have, this is not to brag, but ever since I started the Soldiers of Self-Mastery movement, the website, the YouTube channel, the books, the digital products, I have invested well over, in a period of 5 years, I think 6 years, I've invested well over $12,000. $12,000 I've invested into websites, books, paying people, getting scammed. That happened. Yeah, it happens, right? But we've got everything really where we want it to. We're still making some changes, but we've got some really great products. We've got some great tools. We've got an excellent environment for gamblers to get stronger, to become who all they can be, really. That's what my work is, right? Become all you can be. Why not? If that's, you're alive, why not try to be all you can be? Everything in math, everything in science, everything in history, everything in theology, everything in yourself, knowing yourself, knowing your bones, knowing your muscles, knowing your anatomy, knowing how you think, knowing how you speak, everything. That is badass right there. Badass. So, Soldiers of Self-Mastery movement, man. That's praise be to the Lord above. Yeah. All right, it's no joke to go fast in the slut machines. Yep. Oh yeah, you make good love to the slut machines, but the slut machines don't give you good loving back. I know that's kind of figurative language, but it's the truth because, I've been in casino. I've done it myself. I've been in casino where I would stand over the machine that I used the week before, and I'd get into an argument because somebody else got to the machine before I did. How weird is that, huh? I've really, literally seen people fighting in casinos over the machine because, they become personal, man. Intimate. They become intimate, man. Like, the machine gave you a big jackpot 2 weeks ago and you're going back for more. You want more of that love. And it might hit you a little bit, but no, you're going to give, and you're going to give more than, then you might hit again. Of course, you just gave, you gave $10,000 to get 3. You gave $10,000 to get 1,500. That's not good returns. Hey, I got to get going. I got an appointment I got to get to. I appreciate all you guys out there in the gambling world. You're not alone. Listen, if you go to my YouTube channel and look at what it says at the top, it's not, I'm not against the gamble. I'm not against the gamble. That's not what I'm against, right? But I'm for bettering your mind and bettering your spirit because that is really what needs to happen. So then you can make a choice whether you want to continue down the path you're on or not, right? Right now, you may not be able to do that. You may be so weak-minded in your mind, not because you're weak-minded, it's just unfortunately environments, man. Childhood environments, teenage environments, young adulthood, and adult environment. And then the environments that we get thrown into in the world. People getting thrown into jail, people getting accused of things and innocent. It's madness is what it is. Anyways, I send you peace, healing, love, right? Peace, healing, love, confidence, and growth, man. Peace, healing, growth, confidence, and love. I send you. And I'll see you guys at the top on the inside. So share, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, turn your notifications to all. And if you leave a comment, I'll do my best to respond. Always, always. Peace, through strength to all you guys.